I mean, so first of all, we got to talk about Slovenia. Speaking about, showing up in the relay. First, the women fourth, really out of nowhere. And then just hours later, the men back it up in fourth place in the relay. Um, yeah, I mean, I think, in my opinion, Slovenia is a good team and they have a ton of talent. And actually, I think they also have a lot of young talent as well. But I didn't see them. I didn't see either of their teams coming in fourth. Maybe if they put their best talent together in a mixed relay or a single mixed relay, I could see how it's like possible. But yeah, both of their relay teams coming in fourth, and just an awesome, awesome day for the Slovenian team.
Yeah, it's always fun to see, one of the smaller nations that typically doesn't have a ton of success in the relays be up towards the top for the whole race. And for a nation to do it in the women's race and then come back and do it in the men's race, like you said, a couple hours later in the same day, was super awesome to see. And this just shows the importance of being disciplined on the range and hitting your targets. Like you said, Slovenia has a ton of talent and a lot of younger athletes. They do have, their superstars in Fak and Lampic who can, have a good race any given day. Well, Lampic, if she shoots well, can have a good race any day. But if you hit the targets in a relay and don't have to use a ton of spare rounds, and the teams around you are kind of struggling a little bit on the range. There's a lot of 10s and 13s and penalty loops in these races. They both the women's and men's teams went 0+6, and kind of seems like that's the key to a good relay is shooting well, or at least a good place to start.
Absolutely, and it's interesting because when you look at Lampic's performances over the years, like I think she kind of made or broke this relay for Slovenia. She had the fastest leg time on leg 3. And I mean, look at her shooting right now. It's actually going down over the years, particularly her standing, shooting 43% this year. But it's crazy, when she started, she was a 76% shooter, and now it's 63 this season. I mean, obviously tons of season left to go. But the fact that she was able to have this absolutely insane skiing, and she is by far the fastest skier still, and yeah, put it together with a clean prone stage, and then what did she use, like 2 spares or something in standing, and was able to really put the team on her back. I think Slovenia is going to need a lot more of this if they're going to keep up these fourth places on the season. But and then going over the men's side, Fak. I mean, I feel like we don't talk about him too much because he obviously is a little bit over the hill. He's 37 years old, so well within the silver bib category. But yeah, he's got some young teammates, and like shooting 93%. I mean, that's what you got to do at your age with that experience. And his skiing's not dropping off too much. I mean, he's still ahead of the curve when it comes to skiing. We know that he's placing, I think overall right now, he's in the top 15 or top 20, which is golden for a guy like Fak, who's 37. Overall, I think, I would say, I don't know if you can call Lampic a leader, definitely a performance leader, but you had people step up where it counted. And also, we got to give, or I want to give a shout out to Klemencic on the last leg, shooting 0+0, because we see this all the time. Maybe there's a small nation that's in fighting for the podium or fourth place or something, and then they hand off to the last leg. Maybe all their superstars already went, and that's why they're in fourth place. But when you're up against the likes of Julia Simon or Elvira Oberg or any of the favorites, and then you have this person who's just kind of hanging on for dear life, you kind of see them fall back in the order. Not going to point fingers, but we saw that from Bulgaria in the women's relay. But the fact that Klemencic was able to hang on, shoot 0-0, finish in fourth, and unfortunately, there's nothing she could have done against the favorites that were up there with her. So really good for her. And also same thing with the men. I forget who anchored for them. I think it was Plonko. Plonko. Same thing for Plonko. I mean, going up against Sebastian Samuelsson, good luck hanging on, dude. But he finished right there, like 5 seconds behind him at the finish line. So yeah, super exciting for a small nation to get up there and show the rest of the small nations that it can be done. You can be within 5 seconds of the podium. Miracles do happen.
Yeah, most of these smaller nations, they have, like you said, one or two kind of superstars, and the whole success of the relay kind of rides on the other, 1 to 2 to 3 athletes on the team. And if they have a really good day, the whole team, if the superstars put it together and the rest of the team puts it together, we could see a lot more of these kind of, surprise performances from smaller nations, which would be super awesome to see. But I think the shooting scores of the rest of the bigger nations in the relays was definitely subpar in this one for sure.
Yeah, and it seems like it's been like that all season. And I mean, we're going to talk a little bit about relays later on too, because we got to talk about the front of the relays, Germany and France. But it seems like in general the shooting's been a little down in relays this year, and I don't know what's up with that. But okay, but yeah, congrats to Team Slovenia. You guys definitely deserve a little party this Christmas break. Hopefully you can stay focused through Le Grand Bernat, but hopefully they don't come out swinging in Le Grand Bernat and just think that they're tough stuff now, and they just absolutely everyone misses the pursuit or something. That would be terrible. Don't get cocky.